Okay, Zoom and Instagram. So I'm on both Zoom and Instagram Live. Thank you for everyone joining today. Just so you know, I sent in the chat attachment. So it's called Ariel Card Framework. Y'all should see it. I sent it to everyone. If not, it's fine. I'm going to be going over it anyways right here. But this is going to be my framework to making six figures by monetizing Instagram. All the things you need in order to do that effectively. So let me pull up some of my notes here, make sure we're getting this going and that we're good. And I'm going to pull this up on my screen as well. Okay, so let's get started. So I want you guys to reach Doe Getter status. So that's the status that I'm calling my students and my most successful people that are making money, okay? And they have all of these elements that I'm about to lay out for y'all. So let me draw on my framework first, and that's what we're going to be discussing today more in depth. So I'm going to draw this Venn diagram. Give me a second. Cool. That's one circle, two circles. Okay, cool. So what I want you guys to do is to get to Doe Getter status. I want you to become a Doe Getter. All right, a Doe Getter has a couple of things going for themselves, okay? They have lots of options. They have lots of options, okay? So you don't have to just request work off from your boss, okay? You have the options of free time. You got the options of doing what you want. Maybe your kid wants to go to private school. You can now afford private school. Maybe you want to buy your mom a new house or something. You have the option to do that because you have financial freedom. So not only does a Doe Getter have lots of options, but you also have lots of time. It's one thing to be a business owner, but it's another to be a business owner that actually has time. So you don't want to be working 40 hours plus a week, 60 hours a week, and you're making all this money, but you don't have any time to yourself. You don't have any freedom. So that's why a Doe Getter has not only options for themselves, but they have time too, all right? And lastly, they have okay, lastly, a Doe Getter has lots of money, okay? That seems obvious, but it's true. So you don't want to just have lots of options, lots of time, but obviously you want to have lots of money. And I think six figures is kind of that threshold where you're like, okay, like I'm living comfortably. I am striving towards financial independence, financial freedom. So these are all the components you'll need to have in order to be a Doe Getter. Now, to do it by monetizing Instagram, we're going to focus on three elements. So first being identity. First, you need to have an identity online. Not only do you need to know who you are and what you stand for, but people, your potential customers, your followers, they need to be able to identify you. So you need to have a strong brand identity, all right? Then you also need to have impact. Okay, you also need to have impact. So not only do you have a brand or an identity for yourself, but you're now leaving an impact on your community, all right? You're now leaving an impact. That comes from the business that you choose to get into, the hustle that you choose to get into, and hopefully the product that you're offering or the service you're offering is actually leaving a substantial impact on people, all right? Then you also need to take action. To get to six figures, there's going to be a lot of work involved. Now, I'm not going to say that you need to be working 60 hours a week in order to hit six figures, because you absolutely do not have to, but you do have to take action. You do have to make certain money moves in order to get there. Type Type a yes in the comments if this is making sense to you, if you are keeping up. Type a yes in the comments. Okay. Cool beans. All right, I'm seeing the yeses. Okay, great. So we're on track. Now, if you do not have some of these elements, you're going to wind up in bad positions. So if you do not have your identity, you will stay irrelevant. If you don't have an identity, you're going to stay irrelevant. All right, we don't want that. There's no way of getting to six figures if you're irrelevant, if people don't know who you are, if you don't have a defined brand. So you don't want to stay irrelevant. And I'm going to go over some ways to sharpen your identity. Okay, if you don't take action, you're going to stay broke. Okay, you're going to stay broke if you just sit here and you may be complacent, or you're just like, hey, I'm not sure what to do next, or you're looking for a mentor or a guide and you're just not getting there. You're going to stay broke if you don't take the right steps. So it's not just about action, but it's really about strategic action here. All right. And if you don't have an impact, you will stay invisible. If you don't have an impact, you're going to wind up staying invisible. All right. So you need your identity to be relevant. You need to take action so you are no longer broke. And then you need to lay an impact so you are no longer invisible. Now, let me go over what the framework is. So now you see that you have all these elements, but each of these elements have different subcategories and different components to it, so you can reach your six figures. All right. So let me draw this out for you. Give me a second. While I'm drawing this out, why don't you guys rate in the comments how your day has gone on a scale from 1 to 10? Let me know how your day has gone on a scale from 1 to 10 while I draw this, okay? Okay, cool. Let's see how y'all day. I got some 7s, some 6s, 10s. All right. 9 from Sarah, 8 from Tila. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. 7s on Instagram Live. Cool. All right. 9, 7. That's good. Okay. People's days are going pretty good. Now let's get back to this. So first, let's go over the components of your identity. You need to do 3 things in order to scale to 6 figures. These are the 3 things you need to have. And this is the framework that I came up with that I have noticed from scaling to $500,000 in just 12 months. So I put all of these components together so you can assess where you are, where your weak points are, and how you can get better and improve. All right. So the first component is finding your tribe. Yeah. Okay, finding your tribe. That is the first one. So that is where you actually figure out a following. Not only do you have a following, you really have a community. And so it's not about how many followers you have, it's about how many engaged people you have. And next, you have amplify your message. That is next in the framework. Make sure that's good. Okay. Amplify your message. Amplifying your message allows for you to gain exposure. So every business needs to have some sort of exposure in order to gain sales. So having your message be amplified, your brand be amplified is how you get to consistent sales. And of course, how you can get to those 6 figures quicker. Next, we have expand your influence. every business needs to be able to persuade their customers, or really their potential customers, to trust them, to be influenced to buy their products. All right. So expanding your influence goes along with identity. You have to be able to convey your persuasive techniques online through content marketing. So that's identity. I'll go a little bit more into this as we fill out the rest of my framework. So let's move into impact real quick. The first part of impact is transforming your offer. Transform. Okay, transforming your offer. I say this because a lot of us, either we don't have an offer yet at all, which means we'll have to get there, or we have something that maybe the market doesn't necessarily need yet, and that may be the reason we're not scaling to 6 figures, or it could be the fact that what you're offering is confusing and it's not clear, and so people aren't really buying into it. So transforming your offer relates to impact, because your offer should take people from point A to point B, whether that be a product or a service. Next in impact, we have what I like to call differentiating yourself. So differentiate. Okay, you want to differentiate yourself in order to leave an impact. You have to stand out in the market from your competitors, and you have your customers and your potential customers should be able to say, this is their unique reason, this is their uniqueness, and this is the reason why I'm buying into whatever it is they're offering, because they have differentiated themselves to me, and I think they are above the competition, so I'm going to buy their stuff because they were able to stand out. Okay, so that's what differentiating yourself means. And then lastly, we have slaying your skills. Slay. If you want to scale to 6 figures, you probably have a certain amount of skill set, right? Or you may need to acquire new skills in order to get there. Maybe you're very good at making offers, and you're really good at leading a team, but you're not good at social media marketing yet, or you haven't really learned how to sell yourself yet. So slaying your skills is really just about having all the skills necessary in order to scale to 6 figures. All right, and then we have action. Okay, so here we have applying pressure. This is a good one. Apply pressure. If you want to get to 6 figures, it's going to come with intention. It's going to come with not putting your foot off the gas. You have to apply pressure. You have to be in people's faces. You have to not be afraid to promote yourself every single day. And in fact, that's what I did when I made my first $100,000. I did it in just 3 months' time because I promoted my ebook literally every single day online. So I was applying pressure to make sure that I hit that 6-figure mark. Okay, so that's very important. Apply pressure. Next is automate and delegate. Delegate. Okay, automation and delegation. So I put this here because I think this is underrated. A lot of business owners are wearing multiple hats and they're doing a lot of things at once, right? Automating means working smarter, and delegating also means working smarter. So you're delegating tasks to maybe your team members or people you can outsource work to. You're also automating what could be automated. So you're not just doing everything and working harder, but you're really working smarter by having technology, systems, people in place. So you're not over here stressed out, burnt out on your way to making 6 figures. So that's what automating and delegating is for. And lastly, we have make money moves as the last ticket on the framework. Let me make sure my live is still going. Oh, there we go. Okay, the live is back. Okay. Okay, making money moves is last. So making money moves is really that ultimate Doe Getter status. That is when you are doing everything you can to make profit first, okay? You're not just focused on the business, but you can have like a strategic outlook to hitting the numbers that you want to get to. All right, so let me go in depth into each of these so you can assess where you are. And I see someone in the chat saying, can't see what you're writing. Okay, if you have it, if you can't see it, I sent an attachment. I'm going to send it again for those of us that are in the Zoom chat, okay? I'm sending over a file to you that has this exact framework laid out that you can follow along with as I'm going, because it is hard to see. So that's why I sent that. So I sent it again for those of us that are just joining. Okay, let's go over where each of us are on the Doe Getter scale, okay? So let's go back to find your tribe. This is where you can take your notes out so you can see where you are and where you need to make up in order to get to that 6-figure mark. Okay. So finding your tribe. I have 3 colors here. Red means you need some work. Orange means you're okay, but you could be doing better. And green means you're golden, you got it, you're doing your thing, and you probably don't need much help. So for find your tribe, you are red if you don't know who your audience is. You have less than 1,000 followers, you have very little engagement, and you haven't defined your niche, all right? You will be yellow if you have an idea, oh, sorry. You will be orange if you have an idea of your audience's demographics, you have over 1,000 followers and they're engaging with you, you've defined your niche, but your content isn't really matching. So maybe you know what your niche is in your head, but your content isn't conveying that. So maybe someone goes to your profile, they read your bio and they can't tell what it is you do or what you offer. And they especially can't tell from your content because you might be posting pictures of your dog when you sell cupcakes. All right. So most of my students are in the red category. So I'm going to color this red. Okay. Now for amplify your message, you will be red if you don't have your company mission defined. You don't have your company values. You don't even have a brand story. And what I mean by brand story is that you have a message. Like for me, my brand story is I help people strategically monetize Instagram. Like that's my brand story. I started out by monetizing Instagram with digital products, and now I'm a business coach teaching people how to do the same thing. Like that's my story. That's what people know me for. So that's what I mean by that. You would be orange if you kind of sort of have a company mission, you have values, but you haven't listed them out, and you have a story behind your brand. You have a why. But all of this is like kind of sort of, it's not really like defined on your website. You haven't written it out. It's just kind of in your head. Sorry guys, I'm a little sick right now. Trying to keep it going. Okay, and you would be green if you have your company mission, your values, and your brand story clearly defined, and people can recite it back to you. People can tell you what your mission is, what your values are, what your brand messages is. All right, so most people here are yellow or orange, so I'll put orange. Okay. For expanding your influence, you would be red if your followers don't react to your call to actions. If you tell your followers, hey, you know, I'm running a sale, go buy my XYZ product, and you got crickets, or if you're telling people, hey, comment below your thoughts on this post, and you got crickets, all right, that's red. Or if you've never gone viral, you're not leaving an impact, that would be red. Yellow, or sorry, I keep saying yellow, but orange, because I don't have a yellow marker. But orange would be you have some followers that listen and they buy from you. You have never gone viral, or maybe you have like once. You're leaving an impact, but it's not leading to sales. People want to pick your brain for free, but they're not over here ready to hand money to you. All right. Green would be your followers listen to your call to actions. You go viral with your content all the time, and your impact is making you money. So I think I'm going to color this in probably red. I'm going to leave this on red because that's probably where most people are. So yes. Okay, let's move on to transforming your offer. I will resend the file once more, but it is, if you scroll up in the chat, you'll be able to see it. All right. I'm not sure. I wish I could pin messages. But I'm going to resend it. Okay. I just resent it. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on. All right. So going to transform your offer. You will be red if you don't have an offer at all, or if you do, it's not a flagship offer. Or you will also be red if your offer isn't really helping people. Like maybe you have something, but it's really not taking people through a transformative process. All right. Yellow or orange will be you have an offer, but it's not the best it could be. It needs some work. It needs some iterations to it. But your offer sort of kind of helps people. Green will be you have a flagship offer that is capable of earning 6 figures. It leaves a huge transformative impact on people. So I am also going to color this red because I know a lot of us in here have an offer, or we don't have an offer at all, and we're not really, that offer is not making us 6 figures yet. And it may not be helping people through like a life-changing experience. So I'm going to leave transform your offer on red. Okay, moving on to differentiating yourself. So you will be red if you don't stand out or lead your market. All right, red if you don't stand out nor lead your market. You can't explain how you're different from your competitors. All right, that's another red. Or you haven't communicated that unique thing that makes you you to your audience. All right, that will be red. Yellow is you stand out from the crowd, but you aren't ahead of the crowd. So maybe you have your niche defined, you have your market defined, but you're not really leading it. And your audience isn't clear on what makes you unique and different from your competition. Green is you're a leader in your niche, the innovator that people try to keep up with. Your uniqueness is very clear and you have your own path. All right, so that will be green. Give yourself a golden star if you're there. But I think let's just say orange for this. I think most people might be orange. Okay, cool. Moving on to slay your skills. So red is you don't think you're knowledgeable enough to start a 6-figure business. All right. You are red if you don't think you're knowledgeable enough to start a 6-figure business. Or you're not sure what to do to develop your skills in order to get there. Orange is you have the knowledge and skills, but not a profitable offer. You need more training on strategy. And green is you have developed your skills, you put your 10,000 hours in, and you operate solely in your zone of genius. All right, that will be green. I'm going to probably also put orange for this one. Okay, we're almost done. We're almost getting there, guys. So this is the framework. I hope this is helpful to you guys. If it is, put a yes in the comments if this is helping you out. Put a yes in the comments if this framework is helping you out so you know where you are and where you can make up. All right, David, yes. Trisha, yes. Thelma, Lauren, London. Okay, cool. I'm happy this is helpful. Let's move on to what's under action. So apply pressure. You are red if you don't show up consistently online, like posting once a day. Literally posting once a day, okay? You are automatically red. Or if you aren't a known brand, if you have excuses for why you can't work on your business enough, that means you're not applying pressure, and that means you are red. All right, orange is you pop in every now and again on Instagram, but you know you could be doing more. You have some traction in your niche online, and you probably work a 9 to 5 and work on your business on weekends, but not full time. That is orange. I see some people, Annie saying she's red, Janelle saying I'm bleeding red. Oh no. Chicey, I hope I'm saying your name right, is orange. Nita is orange. Okay, I'm seeing some red and some oranges. I'm going to put red because I think most people are red. They are not showing up consistently. They are not applying that pressure. They are not promoting their product every single day. And they're also not working on this full time. So I'm going to put this red. Okay. Did I explain what green was? I don't know if I said what green was. Yes, okay, I haven't. So let me explain what green is. So green for applying pressure means you post once a day, and when you do, you get sales. When you post, you get sales. Industry professionals are also aware of you, and you're a full-time 6-figure business owner or very close to being one, all right? That will be green. I would say most people aren't there yet, but it doesn't mean you won't be. All right. Moving on to automate and delegate. Red. Okay. Red is you don't have a team. You're solo dolo. You don't have systems in place to take the workload off. You're not sure what to automate, delegate, and eliminate, and you're stressed out and you have no time for yourself. That's red. All right. Put a red in the comments if you are red. I'm feeling all of this. Red. Okay. Orange is you have some freelancers or contractors that you work with. You have some software systems to help you run the business. You're still stressed and working more than 40 hours a week. You're working at or more than 40 hours a week. Okay. That is orange. Green is you have a team. You get to be the leader, and you're not in your business. You're actually just helping own the business, but you're not in it, right? Because you have a team now. You have technology that helps you automate everything, and you save time, and you work less than 40 hours a week, and you still earn 6 figures. All right, or very close. So you will be green if you have a team. You can automate things. You're not wearing all the hats in the world, and you're on your way to 6 figures. So I am probably going to give this one probably red. I think a lot of us are solopreneurs right now. So I'm going to give us red. All right, cool. And lastly, we have making money moves. By the way, guys that are on my live and you want access to this framework, DM me the word SP. All right, if you're on my Instagram right now. Okay. Also, I will send this out to you guys if you are having trouble accessing it. I saw some people are like, I can't find it. So I'm gonna send it one last time in the chat before I move on to the very last thing in the framework. Okay. Now, make money moves is last part of the framework, but it's actually like one of the most important is making money moves. You are red if money barely comes in with your hustle and you don't understand why. If you are barely making money from your hustle and you're confused as to why you're not, you will be red. You earn less than $10,000 a month and you have debt and you got bills to pay. You're living paycheck to paycheck and your weary soul is just tired, okay? You are red if your weary soul is tired. Orange, you have multiple streams of income, but it's still not consistent though. So you might have other resources that can make you money. It's just not consistent, or it's not being used to its full potential. You earn less than $10,000, but you're managing your finances. You have the time and energy to build your business though. All right, that would be orange. Rojo, I'm seeing people. Okay. And green, money comes in every single day. All right. Green means money comes in every single day to you. You get payment notifications, and not just from your boss. Like your hustle is making you money. All right. You make $10,000 a month and you have financial freedom or really close to it. And you can invest in other sources of income so your money makes money. That would be green. All right. I am going to put us at, I'm seeing lots of red. I'm seeing lots of red. Okay, I'm gonna put us at red. Y'all are being real honest. Okay, as you can see, there is a lot that has to be done in order to get to six figures. All right. If you look, we are mostly red here, mostly orange, and like really no greens. I mean, I saw some people in the comments saying they're green in some areas, but they may not be in others. All right. So this is these are all the components you'll have to implement in order to get to six figures. All right. Especially through Instagram. You have to have your identity together. You have to have an offer that leaves impact. You got to take action consistently. All right. So I am here to say this. All right. If you are struggling, I have opened my doors to my brand new program. Actually, I launched it once, but I'm launching it again. And so I'm looking to help people get to $100,000 in 12 months. That is my promise with this program. All right. It's called Socially Paid. The doors are now officially open. And I'm going to let me send the link. All right, so you'll get more information, but essentially it's an accelerated program for those that are ready to make $100,000 in a year. It's 8 weeks long. You'll get 8 weekly coaching calls with me. You'll get 10 modules and lessons, a brand new video course material. So if you have gotten any of my last like ebooks or courses, this is brand new material, completely updated. You'll learn about branding, how to grow your following, how to turn your followers into buyers, real tutorials, my caption framework that always makes me sales, my ad strategy, some of the promotional tools that I use. Like one of my promotions literally made me, what was it? It was $2,000 with one post. All right. So you get access to those ad templates, those resources, templates, guides, worksheets, all inside of this program, on top of the weekly coaching calls you'll have with me so you stay accountable. All right. And you have a private Facebook community. So say you want me to look at your offer, you want me to look at your ebook, you want me to read your caption before you post it. That is what the Facebook group is for. So either I or a team member of mine will look over anything you throw our way, and we will give you our 2 cents on it. We'll give you our feedback on it. As you can network with other Doe Getters, okay, and other millionaires in the making. So if you're on Instagram Live, DM me the word SP, okay? DM me the word SP because I can't share the link there, but I'm going to share the link here. And Socially Paid, the doors are open. Doors close September 20th, okay? Let me make, oh shoot, it didn't go to everyone. Hold up. It didn't send to everyone. How do I make sure? Bloop. Okay. Now it's sent to everyone. So you guys have the link to look at the program. Hopefully this helped you out. I'm going to do a little Q&A while we have this time. People on Instagram, again, DM me the word SP if you are interested in this program. Because again, my promise is that you will make $100,000 in 12 months. That is my promise with this program. All right. And I've had many students get there in less than a year. Now, those results are incredible. It may take you longer, I will say that. But that is my promise. You will have all the resources that you need in order to scale your business to $100,000. And even if you don't have a product yet, that is something we'll develop inside of the program as well. So I'm going to sign off on Instagram Live. Bye, everyone. And I'm going to open up to Q&A on Zoom. Okay. Let me see how I can have you guys unmute yourself if you have a question. Okay. So, okay, I'm seeing some questions in the chat. Let's see. So, what are the resources provided in socially paid program? So you get access to like my ebook quick start guide, how to make an ebook. You get a hashtag workbook. You get sales call scripts. Those are just some examples, and I'm constantly updating and adding new resources to the library. The program has a payment plan of $14.95, 3 payments of $14.95. How do the coaching calls work for those working a 9 to 5? So I actually take a poll and I see what time works for most people. We try to meet Wednesdays at 12 o'clock, but if majority of people can't meet at that time, I will change my schedule. So at least like 90% of the class can make it. If you cannot make the coaching calls, I do record them all and upload it to the resource library. Okay. Will we get a recording of this Zoom? Is there a money back guarantee? No. So this is a full investment, and I advise you to invest wisely because there is no money back guarantee. There are no refunds. This is an intense accelerated program, guys. So if you're going to make this investment, there's going to be a way for you to make your return for sure. You have to implement the strategies though. So I'm not doing a money back guarantee. Okay. And also you will get a recording of the Zoom. I will upload it as soon as this is over. I'm going to answer these questions for the next 5 minutes. Okay, Savannah, I've been following you and know have it in me. I'm right across the board. This class will still be helpful. Yes, Savannah, yes. If you guys are like, I'm so serious about changing my life, if y'all are willing to put the work in, then this program is beneficial. As I've mentioned, or maybe I didn't mention this, but I made my first $100,000 when I was working my 9 to 5. I didn't quit my 9 to 5. I made that outside of my career. So it's completely possible for you to get there if you have the right strategies in place. And that's why I designed this program. Okay, Victoria, for those of us who are red in the identity section, do you recommend starting a new IG page completely or just rebranding, restructuring our current page? So Victoria, if your audience isn't aligning to people that would buy from you, like there's a mismatch between your followers and the demographic you want to reach, then it probably is best to start a whole new page. But that's something we can talk more of. I can actually look at your entire profile if you are to join this program, and I'll give you more insight. Okay. How many are usually in the program? How long does the program run for? So I launched the program for the first time 2 months ago, and I had 10 students. So it was very intimate group setting, and it lasts for 8 weeks. So it's 8 weeks long. You get 8 weekly calls, and then you get a new lesson each week that we go over in depth. How long will we have access to the resource library? After you make your investment and you go through the full 8 weeks, you have an additional 2 months of having the resource library. So you have all the course material, all the resources like the worksheets, the guides, the scripts, the templates. You have access to all of that, plus the Facebook community for an additional 2 months. Okay. Sorry, y'all, I have like a slight cold. Okay, let's see. What if you don't have a product or business? So Carmen, if you don't have a product or business, that's something we can talk about in the program. I will steer you towards creating a digital product, because that's what made me my first 100K. I wrote an ebook. It was 35 pages long. Did it on my own, like created it on Canva, and then just launched it and marketed it. So that's something that we go through inside of the course, is how to create your own ebook that could be profitable. It can even scale to 6 figures, because that's what happened with me. So that's something we could discuss. How will we see the recording? I will email this to everyone. I will email y'all the link. Is it one-on-one or group? So it is group. It is group coaching. As I said, it's super intimate though. And if you guys do want to have like private coaching outside of the group sessions, that's something we could work out. That's something we could do. If I recently purchased the e-bundle, do you still recommend socially paid? Yes, yes. So the e-money bundle is like a small snippet of what like the program has. The smallest snippet. So if you're inside the program, I'm going to see if I could bring up, how about I type this? Let me type this again so y'all can have the link. So here's the program details. I'm going to try to share my screen so you guys can see what's inside. And then after this, I'll probably sign off, but get your questions in. Get your questions in before I sign off. But here's what you'll have access to. So let me scroll so y'all can see what the modules are. So week 1 is all about branding and optimizing your page so you attract money on autopilot, meaning you get paid in your sleep. Week 2 is profitable targeting and market research. So you can really define who your dream customers are and speak directly to them so you attract them. Week 3 is how to create content that makes you money, even with a small following, and my caption framework, like my secret sauce that makes me money every time I post. Okay, so my kick-ass caption framework right here, and it'll help you make those 10K months. Week 4 is the foolproof selling process. This is a step-by-step plug and play system that you could use yourself so you could get to those $10,000 months, plus how to sell like a millionaire, teaching you my direct framework, which is another great step-by-step system. Week 5 is promotion and growth, plus real tutorials. So not only will you be able to promote yourself, grow your following, but you're gonna learn how to pop off with reels. Because again, one of my reels, y'all, made me $15,000 in 7 days. So I put all those little gems inside of week 5. And week 6 is customer experience, creating super fans. Because again, it's not about how many followers you have, it's how many fans you have, how many super engaged, loyal people you have that are willing to trust you and put money in your pocket. Week 7 is the 10K in 30 days challenge. So I'm going to push y'all to make this $10,000, okay? You're going to start implementing everything so you can get there. And then week 8 is systems for success. So how to automate and delegate. So you work smarter and not harder. So you're not burnt out. So you're not stressed out. So you're not working 40 hours a week, but you're still making bands. Okay. So hopefully that was helpful. Let me send the link again. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to email me, but this has been so great. And I really appreciate everyone's time. Hopefully this was very helpful for you. I will send the replay out to your email. All right, so it'll go out on the email list. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, DM me, and I hope to see you guys inside the program because I am looking forward to making you guys all the money. I want to help you guys get to 6 figures. All right. Bye, everyone.